last year was a great year for us. I think we did some things that people in the league didn't expect us to do, and the success in the regular season was great, and I think it sets up the program pretty nicely here for the next couple of years. We return every goal, every assist, most of the ground balls. I mean, we just graduated one, so I'm excited about the team we have coming back and where the program's headed, and that's definitely helped from a recruiting standpoint this year. I think we're putting together one of our best classes, and on the field, I think the product's going to be a little bit deeper and a little bit more skilled than years past. And I think the freshman class we brought in is very talented. Granted, we do return a lot, so it's tough for them to break the lineup, compared to the guys last year and obviously year one when they were all freshmen. But we've got some good players. Obviously, Christian Crossingham at the face-off X will help us out, and we've just improved our depth on offense. And that's partly through the freshman class, and that's also partly through guys improving, over the summer and through the fall. And I'm excited about how we are set up this year offensively. I look at a guy like Ted Kreitz, who was kind of a part-time player at attack last year, scored some goals from the midfield, scored some goals at the attack side of things, and he had a great fall, and it's continued into the spring here. So I look for him to take a jump up, running next to Brendan O'Callahan down there, and kind of taking some of the defensive pressure off him and being a little bit more balanced scoring this year, and I think Ted will have a big part of that. I mean, OC had a terrific freshman year for us, and part of the thing with him is he's just got a great lax IQ. He understands how to take advantage of a defensive mistake, and he usually puts in the goal after, and he's a tremendously hard worker, and I think that's what separates him from a lot of guys in the league and even in our program. Just his ability to take advantage of defensive mistakes and putting the ball in the goal for him. So we're looking for him to become a little bit more well-rounded this year. I think he ended up with like 12 assists last year. I think the defenses will start game planning for him a little bit more, and he's got to learn to improve as a feeder. And I've seen that in the practice so far this year. As the pressure comes towards him, he's able to find the open guy and take advantage of the slides. Tate's been a rock for us on the defensive end. He's a true cover guy where you can kind of put him on an island and not worry about sliding to him. And I think his biggest strength is, once again, some of that lacrosse IQ, and at the same time, he's very fundamental. He's always doing the right things that we try to coach our defensemen up to do. And when he goes and he approaches a guy or he's D'ing a guy up, he's doing all the fundamental things right, and he doesn't leave any area there for an attackman or his matchup to take advantage of. So I'm looking forward to Tate to take another step forward here too, and try to affect the game, not just not letting his guy score, but causing some turnovers, some things like that, and getting the ball moving upfield. It's a pretty nice split with the captains. We have two defensive guys in Sawyer Mack and Danny Davide, who were captains last year and bring a lot to the table in terms of the leadership and communicating to the guys, the coaching staff's wishes. We added Brent Walton to the mix this year, and Brent kind of took over, even though he wasn't a captain last year. He was the emotional center of this team. A couple times in the pregame, he would step up and kind of put into words, what we were trying to say to him. And obviously, Nick Hess does a great job of leading by example, coming in, day out. And all four of them really do set that example for how we want to practice, how we want to carry ourselves day to day. I think it's a little bit of playing full 60 minutes on both sides of the ball. I think our offense has got to improve this year. We didn't. I think we averaged about 10 goals last year, and obviously we need the D to stay at the same level they did last year. And I think if we score a few more goals and especially taking advantage of 6-on-6 situations and win a couple more face-offs at the midfield there, that'll be a nice little recipe for us to try to complete our goals this year. I think we're going to see a deeper team. We shortened the bench a little bit last year, and I think that hurt us in terms of pace of play. We had to slow the ball down a little bit. So you'll see a little bit more of a faster team. I think a little bit more skilled of a team, and still the rock-solid defense we have with Tate Stover down there, and obviously great goaltending from Cole Palmy. So I'm excited. This might be our most complete team yet. And, we're looking forward to seeing somebody else in another jersey and seeing where we're at as a team.
Yeah.